I'm the Doctor. I've lived for over 2,000 years, and not all of them were good. I've made many mistakes, and it's about time that I did something about that.
Huh! I've been to the future, and that exact same quote is on my tombstone. Yeah, I mean, the words "the Doctor" is replaced with Fu Manchu, but it's all pretty much exactly the same. Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu. Well, if you've been to the future and seen my tombstone, you know what a big Doctor Who fan I am. Did that sound alright? Anyways, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who, and you know what? There's only one company out there that makes the best Doctor Who figures out there, and you know who it is? Big Chief Studios! Yeah! And they make some really, really awesome figures. Now, they've made figures from Sherlock, too, and I really love those, too. I hope they keep going. Now, I went through all the figures that I have on my shelf. Now, I have 4 Big Chief figures, and I have Sherlock, of course. Got the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock, and then I've got Amy Pond, oh hubba hubba, and I also have the following. Now, whereas the actual doctors are concerned, I have the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant, and I also have the 11th Doctor, played by Matt Smith. Now, my goal would be to have 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, because Christopher Eccleston is my favorite Doctor of all time, and then, of course, I have these two, and I really want a Peter Capaldi, which brings us to today. Today's review will be on the Big Chief Studios Limited, or LTD. Maybe they sell cars, I don't know. But I really love that little Indian picture. I've said that before, and I think it is awesome. And if you look down there, you'll know exactly what this review is on. Yep, it's on the 12th shipper mailer they've sent me. No, it's not. It's on the 12th Doctor Limited Edition. And I don't know what incentive is. You got me why they would check that. But anyways, there you go. Now, within that shipper box, you will find this really awesome blue box with the little cogs from the watch. Very awesome indeed. 1/6 limited edition collector series figure. And it is of the 12th Doctor. Like you didn't know that already. But anyways, here's the box here, and it looks amazing as always. Glossy and matte and very awesome. Very cool picture there of Peter Capaldi going, "I will get you with my attack eyebrows." Oh man, and you'll notice there he's got the shorter hair that he had from when he first appeared in Doctor Who. Now his hair has gotten a little poofy. But yep, so this is the very first ever when he first created his magician's outfit. That's right, he looks awesome. Now there's one side of the package. Now if we look at the other side of the package, you'll see Peter Capaldi doing his best Elvis impression. Yep, thank you very much. And you know what, he looks amazing. I love it. Very cool indeed. Now let's see what's on the back of the box, shall we? Now, the back of the box has a picture of the Doctor standing inside of the TARDIS, and it looks amazing. I absolutely love it. Now, this figure here was actually released as a convention exclusive as well, and he's got the more red velvety looking jacket. It's pretty much the same except for the jacket's different, I think. I don't know if they changed the head or not. Now, I do know that Big Chief has recently released a different head of Peter Capaldi. Now, if you notice, this one here has the shorter hair. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I think this one's hair looks a little bit different and poofier. But yeah, you can see the little strands coming down on the front of his head there, and I do think it's a little bit thicker than the one that is going to be in this box. Now, I haven't looked at the figure yet, so I can't really compare just yet, but I do think this head sculpt's a little bit different, especially in the hair. Now, this one's called the 12th Doctor Alternate Regeneration Portrait Head, and I believe it's the one that came with the 7th series, 11th Doctor Matt Smith figure. I think this was the Regeneration Peter Capaldi head that came with it. And now, you know, Big Chief is just selling it separately, so yeah, I think that's very cool. Now, it kind of sucks because you don't get both versions of it, but hey, you're supposed to have bought the other doll, and since I already had a Matt Smith, I didn't need this one. Especially when I found out that Big Chief would be making this version of the 12th Doctor, and this looks awesome! He is very cool indeed. Now, down here at the bottom, you'll see a little blurb here, and it looks very cool indeed. If you want to read it, read it. And, yeah, I can't wait to see him out of the package. But before we do, let's look at the bottom of the package, shall we? Oh, attack eyebrows! Now, on the very bottom of the box, you'll see this little label here, and it says, you know, 12th Doctor, blah, 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 and then it says number 347 of 1,000 worldwide. So, man, there's only 1,000 of these worldwide? Unless you count the con exclusives, which are 100, and then the extra heads, and this and that. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, it's still cool to me, and I cannot wait to see it. So I say we look at the front of the box one more time. So, here's the front of the package for the very last time, and it looks awesome, as I said already. Now, just like Gangster's Kingdom, the cover of this box is held on by magnets down the spine here on both sides, and when you pull it off, like so, and then flip it around, you get a truly awesome redecorated TARDIS, and there you go. That looks amazing. So, seeing our Doctor shrouded in plastic just creates the mystery that makes you want to look inside even more. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we open it! Now, sliding the tray out, you will see the figure still shrouded in plastic and still slightly obscured. But you know what? It looks amazing. Now, this is the top tray that comes out on a little cardboard-like background thingamabobber. And behind this one, there's actually this smaller cardboard backdrop thingamabobber, and it's got the base, and it's got what would have been the little TARDIS accessory. I think that was the incentive thing. I don't know why my box was checked, but I think that's what you were supposed to get if you got the incentive version. So I guess they take that out or something. I don't know what happens. But yeah, it still looks pretty cool there. And then, of course, there's the light-up base. Very neat. And underneath there, you will see a certificate of authenticity, some extra buttons, I guess, in case they fall off. There's two little baggies, or more baggies actually in that one, of there. And then right here we have some extra wrist pegs, which are very awesome. And it looks like ankle pegs too, so that's pretty cool and very nice of them indeed. Now, before we open the Doctor, I say we lay him down and look at his accessories, because I'm not going to be pulling all of these accessories out, because essentially I'll be displaying him later. I'll just be showing off the figure right now. So I say we look at all his accessories. What do you say? So, here's the figure laying down so you can see all his accessories. And starting down here, you'll see all his cool Peter Capaldi posed hands there. And I love the fact that they gave him his ring. I love the story of him wearing that ring in the show. If you don't know the backstory of why he wears that ring, it's a very awesome thing, especially if you're an actor. It's kind of cool that they left that in. Look, right there, you'll find his yo-yo, the little cube thing. You'll see his face still shrouded in plastic. Oh, how they tease me. There's the gauntlet, and that's what you use with the spoon if you want to fight Robin Hood. Then there's the different sonic screwdrivers there. There's the spoon. There's the jelly babies. And then there's his psychic paper, and that is awesome. So I say we waste no more time and stand him up. What do you say? So, here's the figure fresh out of the package, and check out that likeness. Holy cow. Now, I have to say, I have seen a few reviews of this figure. Usually they're the convention exclusive version. I think it's called Con X exclusive. And I have to say, all of the pictures I see in videos and in photos, it does not do this figure justice. Now, I know that is something that everyone says, but in videos and in pictures, this looks very doll-like. But in person, holy cow, man, this looks like Peter Capaldi. I mean, they did a great job. The skin tone, everything, it's perfect. And, yeah, his eyes are absolutely beautiful. I mean, the way they did them, and he just looks so good. But, yeah, I don't think that comes across in a lot of the videos. I don't think, you know, it looks as realistic as it does in real life. And I was kind of worried about that because, you know, you saw videos and stuff of people praising the likeness, and I just remember going, yeah, but it looks kind of like a doll. It doesn't really look as realistic as what I know the David Tennant and the Matt Smith Doctors look like. And you know what? Man, oh man, this looks amazing. So, yeah, this looks very cool indeed. Now, I don't know if, like I said, I can see that they changed the hair on the regeneration head, or at least, you know, that was the first head that came out. So you can see that the little strands are not coming down on the sides of his head. Now, I don't know if his hair is poofier or not, to be honest. It looks like this is actually a little bit shorter hair. Now, that's just what I think. I could be wrong, because I know his hair has gotten longer and stuff on the series, so maybe that's what I was thinking of when I looked at the regeneration head, but it wouldn't make sense that he'd have longer hair as the regeneration head. Now, does it? I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe I just didn't notice it. But his hair actually does look shorter here than it does, you know, the way I remember Peter Capaldi like this as the Doctor. But anyways, if you look down here, you will see his very cool jacket. Now, I haven't adjusted his body, so if he looks like he's standing awkwardly, it's just because that's just the way he came out of the package. And if you look there, if you see, you can see like this light circle there holding the jacket shut. That's because it is held shut with magnets. See, you can see that magnet and the other magnet right there. Now, yeah, that's a little bit of an eyesore, but honestly, you can't see that in real life. I mean, well, I guess you can. I'm looking past the camera now. It's not as visible, but it's not that bad either. Plus, trust me, as someone who's worked with 12-inch figures, you know, for a long time, buttons suck. Especially when they're little tiny buttons like this and you have to put them through the little buttonholes and stuff. They don't last long. It's like you put them in there and you leave them alone. But with this, I mean, seriously, you can open his coat and everything and see his little cardigan sweater and stuff, and that is awesome. Now, you can see there, you see how the red stays open. Now, there aren't wires there that I can tell. It doesn't feel like wires. But you should get the little flare thing to work anyways, because that's the way he usually wears his coat. Now, I did notice a little bit of a difference there. The little button there seems to be too high. I wish they had put it where the magnet is, whether they glued it on or not, because if you look at pictures of him wearing his suit, you can see the flare starts right underneath that button. I mean, that's what holds it shut. So, yeah, I wish that was a little bit lower, but hey, you know, who really cares? I mean, unless you're really looking for it, who really cares, right? Now, looking underneath his jacket, you'll see his little cardigan sweater there looking very cool indeed. I love the little buttons and stuff, and that is awesome. And the fact that that one down there looks like it's unbuttoned at the very bottom, that's very cool. He's got the simple white shirt, no tie, of course, because Peter Capaldi didn't want to wear a tie, I guess. But anyways, that looks pretty awesome indeed. Now, if we move the cardigan up, you'll see he's also wearing a leather belt underneath there, and that is pretty cool indeed. His pants look very cool with the little pleats and stuff like that in them. That looks very awesome indeed. Working our way down here to his boots look awesome. Check them out. That looks very cool indeed. They're like little real shoes, and that is awesome. We'll take a look at them up close here in a second. But yeah, this looks amazing. Come on, clean yourself up there, Peter Capaldi. There, that's better. Anyways, yeah, this figure looks amazing, and I can't imagine if you're a Peter Capaldi 12th Doctor fan how you could be unhappy with this figure. It just looks so good. Yeah, seriously, I'm glad I got this version too. I know there's that Con-X exclusive that comes with almost like the red velvet jacket, and like I said, the coat looks pretty much the same except for it's different material and stuff, and I really like this darker, blacker, whatever. It's actually like more of a navy blue. Because his pants are black, but his jacket's more of a navy, dark navy. But, yeah, he looks amazing. I absolutely love it. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we look at him up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super-duper close-up look, and there's that button that should be a little bit lower, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good to me. If I had one complaint about this figure, honestly, it would be about the little black threads right there that are inside the red part that flares out on the right side of his jacket. But you know what? Unless they would have, you know, sewn those buttons on underneath the red material and then sewed the red material on, I don't know how else they could have done that. But that's okay, I guess. I mean, because you need the button, I guess, on the outside. Look at that. Those little buttons look like they're made out of little wood buttons. That is so amazing. That is so cool. Little details like that you don't see unless you look at them up close. Normal button there. Working our way up to his collar. You can see the material of his shirt, which looks like tux, almost like, I was going to say tux shirt, but more dress shirt material. Very cool. Little buttons look like real buttons again. Very neat. I love the little four hole things where the threads would be. Working our way up to his face, we will see a Peter Capaldi mouth. Very cool. And then look at his eyes. They look so good. Holy cow, man. That is awesome. And there's his eyebrows looking very good indeed. He always talks about how thick his eyebrows are and stuff. But you know what? His eyebrows look fine to me. There's nothing wrong with them. But yeah, that is very cool. As he says, they're attack eyebrows. So I guess he means the way they arc down or whatever. But you know what? I think he looks awesome. There's his hair. And as you can see, he doesn't have the little strands coming down, like I said, because the other head's a little bit different. You can see all the different texturing of his face. Very cool. All the little lines and stuff. Looks awesome. I love it. There's his ear. If we can zoom in on his ear. There we go. His hair. Very cool indeed. His hair sculpt is amazing. They did a great job on that. They're really good at sculpting hair at Big Chief. Big time. And then they're really good too, as I said in one of my other reviews, they're really good at painting eyebrows. Seriously, because they've gotten even better, because from what I heard, the new Matt Smith head even looks even better because his eyebrows are really faint. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but they're really good at doing that. He's got those little jowls and lines and stuff on his face. Very cool indeed. There's his Peter Capaldi nose.
think they did that absolutely perfect. And then down here you'll see that I like how they sculpted this extra little line here to give him the little neck flaps and stuff that he has. Because, you know, that's a little attention to detail that might have been lost had they not did that. Now, does it look, you know, perfect? No, but from, you know, head on, you don't see it. And honestly, it's not this visible, you know, with your naked eye. So that's pretty cool. Indeed. There's his other ear. Now, working our way down here to his hand. Where's his hand? You can see the veins in the back of his hand there, and then his ring. Like I said, I love the story about, you know, why he wears the ring, and that's very cool indeed. Working our way over here to his other hand, just see that it's a normal hand. And then down here, it looks like his boots are made out of plastic, right? But it's such thin plastic, it almost feels like it's made out of material, which is really weird. I don't know what they're made out of, but when I touched them, they felt like they were really thin, like leathery, you know, patent leather kind of material. But as you can see here, they're just plastic. But yeah, they feel like real boots when you touch them. And you look at their soles here. Now he's got some really weird soles, because if you look at the bottom of his shoes here, you can see that the material of his shoes are like clear plastic. That's kind of strange. But yeah, the entire sole of the shoe is like a clear plastic that you can see through, and that is really weird. Now, I don't know what brand of shoes the Doctor wears, you know, but yeah, that's what they look like here, so I'm assuming that's what they look like in the show, because why else would Big Chief make it this way? Very awesome indeed. But yeah, if you have any doubts whatsoever on the likeness of this figure, especially in person, believe me when I say this. This figure's head looks amazing, you know, when you're looking at it, you know, in front of you, you know, with your own eyes. It looks amazing. No pictures that I have seen does this thing justice. I mean, in every photo I've ever seen, he looks very toy-like. Not in real life. Holy crap, they did an awesome job on everything. Skin tone, eyes, hair, everything. It looks amazing. Now, when I got my very first Big Chief Doctor Who figure, I really, really wanted a couple of the other characters, namely which I wanted a David Tennant, of course, and then he became available. And then after a while, I had Matt Smith and David Tennant, and I really wanted a Christopher Eccleston. And the next thing you know, they make another Doctor Who character, I should say. The new Doctor popped up, the 12th Doctor, and I went, oh man, if I could have the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctor, I would be happy. And look at there. I'm almost there, because Christopher Eccleston is being made as we speak, and I cannot wait to add him to my collection, because this looks amazing. If I had one complaint about these figures, it would be, one, they're a little hard to get, because, you know, you have to order them and stuff like that. You can't go to the store and just buy them as easy peasy as you would like. But number two, the only other complaint that I would have is down here, if you look, those two there have the same kind of bases that light up. This one over here has that weird shaped, you know, TARDIS base or whatever, and it matches the Amy Pond, and they kind of stand together, but it's a very awkward base to have. Well, Big Chief has fixed that, because if you go on Big Chief's website, they now sell the 11th Doctor stand exactly the same way as the 10th and the 12th, and that is awesome. I hope you liked my sort of review of the 12th Doctor Big Chief Studios figure, because I'm very happy with it, like I said. Now, I've had this thing on order for I don't know how long, ever since it was announced, and I didn't get the version that comes with the special edition TARDIS little mini figure piece where it looks like the TARDIS is shrinking, and but that's okay, because, you know, I didn't want it. Now, the thing is that I did want is I wanted Peter Capaldi's autograph. Now, this version didn't come with an autographed version. The David Tennant did, the Matt Smith did, the Christopher Eccleston does, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it does. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe the Christopher Eccleston one doesn't. But yeah, the Sherlock one did, the Watson one did, stuff like that. And I really wanted a Peter Capaldi signed one, but for some reason he didn't want to do that. But that's okay. Maybe it would have been too much work to sign like 1,000 pieces of these things. Because yeah, that takes time out of your day. But you know what? I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to pose him. And until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews! Come on, felzbug, come on. Come on, I'll do the dun 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 dun. You do the woo, well, then we can do the theme song!